Have you ever wondered what the world would look like if Germany had won World War II? A tantalizing question, isn't it? An alternate history that's a playground for both the mind and imagination. Let's set the stage. Picture the world as it was in the early 1940s. The globe was embroiled in the throes of the Second World War. The Allies and Axis powers were locked in a titanic struggle that spanned continents, oceans, and years. The world watched with bated breath as nations fell, heroes rose, and the course of history hung in the balance. Now let's rewind the tape and tweak the narrative. Imagine a world where the pivotal battles took a different turn. Instead of the Allies breaching the Atlantic Wall on D-Day, the German defenses hold firm. Or perhaps Operation Barbarossa, the German invasion of the Soviet Union, succeeds beyond Hitler's wildest dreams. Or even more dramatically, picture a world where German scientists beat the Allies to the punch and develop the world's first atomic bomb. This is the world we're stepping into, an alternate timeline where the Third Reich emerges victorious. Here, the tides of war shift in favor of Germany. The British Isles fall under the Nazi boot, the Red Army is crushed on the Eastern Front, and the world watches in horror as the mushroom cloud of the first atomic bomb rises over an Allied city. In this alternate universe, the eagle and the swastika fly over Europe, Asia, possibly even parts of Africa and the Americas. The world's geopolitical landscape is radically reshaped, with Germany and its Axis partners at the helm of this new world order. This victory marks the beginning of an entirely different world history. The next scenes will explore the possible consequences of this alternate outcome. Picture a world that's both familiar and foreign, a mirror of our own history, but distorted by the ripples of a single monumental shift in the tides of war. Stay tuned as we dive deeper into this fascinating world of what if. With Germany triumphant, a new world order emerges. The immediate aftermath of Germany's victory in World War II would have sparked profound changes across the globe. As the dust of battle settles, the world would be forced to accept a reality where the Axis powers reign supreme. Imagine the world map being redrawn, with political boundaries shifting like sand dunes in a storm. The victorious Germany, with its allies, would have likely carved up the world into new spheres of influence. Europe, once a patchwork of independent nations, might have been consolidated under the iron fist of the Third Reich, with key territories annexed to expand German Lebensraum, or living space. The fate of the Allies would be a stark contrast to the history we know. The United Kingdom, no longer a bulwark against German aggression, would have been forced to capitulate, its empire dismantled. The United States, despite its geographical distance, would have felt the ripple effects of Germany's victory, perhaps with its global influence significantly diminished. As for Russia, a bitter defeat would have meant the end of the Soviet Union. Its vast territories, rich in resources, would likely have been divided between Germany and Japan, altering the geopolitical balance of the East. But what about the policies Germany would implement across the occupied territories? We can only speculate, but it's plausible to assume a continuation of the harsh, oppressive measures seen during the war. The Nazi ideology would permeate every corner of this new world order, affecting every aspect of life, from culture and education to economy and governance. In the Far East, Japan, the other half of this victorious axis, would likely have extended its greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere, exerting its dominance over the Pacific and leaving its mark on the cultures and societies within its grasp. In this new world order, Germany stands as the unchallenged superpower, but what does this mean for the rest of the world? As we delve deeper into this alternate history, let's prepare to explore the ripple effects of these seismic shifts and the legacy they might have left behind. The ripple effects of Germany's victory would have far-reaching implications. A ripple, once started, spreads out, affecting everything in its path. Similarly, the hypothetical victory of Germany in World War II would have set off a chain reaction of events, influencing various aspects of life. Let's start with technology. In our timeline, the post-war period witnessed a technological explosion, with advancements in nuclear energy, space exploration, and computing. However, in this alternate history, it's possible that German technological prowess could have accelerated these developments. The V-2 rocket, for example, which was already ahead of its time, might have paved the way for an early space age. Now consider the cultural and societal norms. The world we know cherishes diversity and individual freedom. But a world under the influence of Nazi Germany? It's a chilling thought. The propagation of Aryan supremacy might have led to widespread racial and ethnic discrimination. The world's cultural mosaic could have been replaced with a monotonous gray, as art, literature, and music became tools of propaganda. moving on to the global economy and politics. The victorious Germany, swelling with resources and territories, could have dominated the world economy. The Reichsmark may have become the global currency, replacing the dollar. In terms of politics, the democratic ideals that shape our world might have been snuffed out. Instead, the authoritarian rule of the Third Reich could have become the norm, forever altering the political landscape. Remember, this is all hypothetical. The beauty of alternate history lies in its uncertainty, its endless possibilities. We can only speculate using our knowledge of the past and our understanding of human nature. As we can see, this alternate timeline would have led to a drastically different world than the one we know today. A world shaped not by the principles of freedom and equality, but by the dark shadows of a single ideology. It's a sobering reminder of the importance of the choices we make and the paths we choose to tread. The legacy of this alternate World War II would continue to shape the world for generations. Picture a world, not as we know it today, but one where the Axis powers reigned supreme, a world forever marked by the triumph of Germany. In this alternate reality, the potential for future conflicts would be greatly affected. With the victorious Germany imposing its will, the Cold War as we know it may never have taken place. Instead, we might see a tense standoff between a dominant Germany and a subdued United States, with the world split not between ideologies of democracy and communism, but between German supremacy and American resilience. The evolution of international relations would also be significantly different. A victorious Germany might have established a new world order, creating alliances and treaties that serve its interests. Nations resisting German influence might form their own alliances, leading to a global power balance distinctly different from the one we know. And let's not overlook the cultural, political, and economic legacy of this alternate World War II. Culturally, German language, literature, and traditions might have a far-reaching impact, possibly becoming as globally influential as English and American culture are today. Politically, we could see a global shift towards authoritarian regimes as nations adapt to the new power dynamics. Economically, Germany could become the world's leading economy, dictating global trade and finance norms. However, it's crucial to remember that this is all speculative. The reality of an alternate history is as unpredictable as the future. We can only imagine and theorize about the long-term effects of such a radical shift in World War II's outcome. This alternate history presents a fascinating, albeit unsettling vision of a world shaped by a different outcome of World War II. It invites us to ponder the fragility of our reality and appreciate the world we inhabit. It reminds us that history, with all its twists and turns, is not just a record of past events, but a living, breathing entity that continues to shape our present and future. Exploring alternate histories allows us to reflect on the world as it is, and as it could have been. This exploration is not merely an exercise in imaginative speculation, but a profound dive into the myriad possibilities that our past could have offered. In the realm of alternate history, we are not just bystanders but active participants piecing together the puzzle of what if. We don't just ask what would have happened if Germany had won World War II, but we delve deeper, questioning the very fabric of our reality. What would our world look like? How would our societies be shaped? How would our personal lives be different? Such scenarios, though hypothetical, encourage us to think critically about our past, our present, and our future. They challenge us to question the narratives we've been told, to scrutinize the decisions made by those before us, and to contemplate the ripple effects of those decisions on our lives today. These hypothetical scenarios also serve as a reminder of the fragility and fluidity of history. They underscore that history is not just a series of fixed, immutable events, but a tapestry woven from countless threads of choices, actions, and consequences. The exploration of alternate histories also underscores the importance of understanding our past to navigate our present and future. It illuminates the interconnectedness of events, the cause and effect relationships that shape our world, and the profound impact of individual and collective actions. So as we journey through these alternate timelines, we are not just indulging in fanciful speculation. We are engaging in a deeper understanding of our world, our history, and ourselves. We are reminded that the world as we know it is but one of countless possibilities, shaped by the decisions and actions of those before us. As we step back into our timeline, we carry with us a newfound perspective on history and its profound impact on our world.